if it's Eric, I mean, I've seen Eric play, and he certainly has to. He has something to learn from the Greek. So it's definitely recommended for players at any level. I think I'm gonna go for a pretty modest setup here. Well, modest, but when I'm offered free pawns, I will take them, obviously, most of the time. And it hurts my eyes, though, that I cannot castle. But what can you do? I guess I'll go run away. Probably h6, king g8, king h7 eventually. And it's all gonna be hunky-dory. So he actually makes a very good move here, anticipating my plan. So I guess I'll go king g8, and probably after g4 I will not play h6 in order not to give him a hook there. So instead I'll go for b5, sacrificing a pawn, but gaining a lot of good squares for my minor pieces. It should be noted that one of the key points of my strategy here is that his bishop on e3 isn't very good. With the pawn structure that I have, it's very unlikely to find decent work. So I think even with my admittedly somewhat dubious king's position, I probably have a good position here still. I could have perhaps gone for Nei, det er bare etter liksom veldig gode seire. Jeg trenger ikke å kjøre etter hver. And also I think this is, after all, as somebody pointed out, this is an instructive speedrun. So I'm trying to play instructive, good positional chess rather than trying to win by cheap tricks. I will now open up my king side a little bit, but I do believe that activating the rook outweighs that, and I'm still very, very solid on the king side, so this should be fine. I created one threat taking on h4, and then I created another threat taking on f3. And according to Gary, if you make 10 threats in a row, your opponent is gonna blunder eventually. So now I've made 3 threats. Now I have another one of queen b1, so that's 4. So only 6 more, and I'm gonna win the game for sure. Well, he evaded this one. So the counter is still at 6. Oh, and here we go. So no cheap tricks, but beautiful tactics. They are allowed, even if they are fairly simple. But this is a nice one still. Bishop f2, knight f4. Obviously, is the problem.
You didn't even have to make 10 threats.
No, sometimes.
6, 7.
No, yeah, sometimes it's less, obviously, but 10 threats in a row guarantees it.
Ah, okay.
But the average is about 4.5.